how can we to have a sustainability, but in the same way we can save costs in the renovations. So stay tuned. I'll play a couple of video. So right after the video, finish your video, we will start at 11:05, around that time now. Okay, we try to start it sharp, but seems like still have a lot of our friends, maybe they are just finished their meeting or something. We just give them a little bit of buffer, just like we will start as sharp like 11:05. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for your patience. So let me play a couple of video.
Emric, what is sustainability to you?
Sustainability to me,
Sustainable to me,
Sustainability to me, I think is
putting planet and people over profit.
resources integration.
It's like what we do currently, selling overstock.
like our overstock.
Repurposing rubbish into treasure.
saving the planet right now, building a better living environment for our future generation.
Reuse, reduce and recycle.
Apa itu? Makanan ke? Memang puasa lah, jangan sebut pasal makanan.
So, what is sustainability to you? My name is Emric, and here at HOMA, we always embrace change and sustainability. We plan to be the main initiator to reduce the non-biodegradable construction and home finishing materials in 3 main elements.
Number 1, some of you might know HOMA has been recovering overstock more than 3 years.
In fact, we have bring in 20 million worth of overstock inventory into 8,000 homes.
Now, beside all this construction waste, we started looking into aging stocks as well. Instead of letting them lose their purpose and rot in junkyards, we provide them a second life by repurposing them and sending them into better homes.
Do you know how many carbon footprint has been created because of all these irresponsible, unplanned and on-demand trips? And do you know, for every 400 kilometers of journey, there are more than 100 kg of CO2 has been produced. So now we have collaborated with our regular logistic partner and come up with a whole new system to consolidate all this delivery in order to reduce on-demand trips and bring down environmental pollution issue.
And finally, we do not want to be another greenwashing company. We will initiate the practice through our internal processes, operation, and administrative. As the saying goes, one man trash is another man treasure. We promote reduce, reuse, and repurpose. By beginning with ourselves, we have the ability and responsibility. My name is Pennie.
I am Erica.
Jen. Nama saya Arya.
Mio?
Jen.
I'm Kok Wan.
I am
Emric.
I am Moon.
We make a vow.
We want to make our world a better place to stay.
Everything starts from us.
100 kg of CO2 have been produced. There are more than 100 kg of CO2. There are more than 100 kg of CO2.
Let me tell you, always want to embrace us.
And we provide
Halo, tolong senyum sekejap ah. One take ah.
because times are a bit bad now, so people are looking for a way to save their money. So this is a way of saving their money. But of course, the property agents can find other ways of methods to see how they can get their income. I'm sure they'll come up with something as well. So this is a competitive market, and everyone will be very creative as to how to make sure that their livelihood or their income is not affected in their own way. So I believe that it is a healthy competition, is a healthy option, so where everyone will be having a chance to try their luck in whichever way that they want to.
Home renovations material. So is it that is some ways that you can save costs? In the meanwhile, you can support the sustainability for the environment. So today, our guest speaker, Miss Pennie, she will share with us about like how to renovate your do your house renovations via a cost saving and the environment what do you call that sustainability way. So yeah, so today Miss Pennie she's going to share with us about this kind of topic, but as usual yeah, so may I know Pennie, are you here? I think that she's already here, but probably this is something need to solve. Let me just text her. So Miss Pennie, are you here? Can you hear me? Okay, never mind. She should be here soon. So no worry. So today, right, before the webinars, right, as usual, I will share a bit about Speak Home, what is Speak Home about. But later on, before I start, to just given everyone to share the Speak Home, may I know is like, are you the first time that you join Speak Home webinar? If you are the first time that you join Speak Home webinar, can you please type 1? Let me know so that like I can explain more. If I see most of you guys is not Speak Home users, you type 2. So you have joined Speak Home webinar for so many times, can you please type 2? Yeah, if you are joined Speak Home more than one time, then you can please type 2. Okay, thank you, Bong. Okay, Jim, so never heard Speak Home before, this is your first time. Good, Lai, Alison. Yeah, I saw this name quite familiar, Alison. Yeah, thank you so much, Jen. Okay. So thank you so much for you guys to giving me response. It's very important because your responses is like giving me some what do you call that, energy, like to know you guys are listening. So I'm not talking to someone that I remember this is a joke. That is a China professor. He's keep on talking for 2 hours. Then actually he's muted himself. So thank you so much for giving a response, Mr. Rajan. Thank you so much, Mr. T, Jen. Thank you so much for giving us the response. So yeah, okay. Pennie, can you hear me? Okay, cool. Just a minute, guys. I just need a minute to settle the issue. Okay. Okay, never mind. Pennie will join after the Speak Home presentations. So no worry. I will start my presentation now. Okay, cool. Just give me a minute. So I will start my presentations now. So I will just only take 5 to 8 minutes for those who not understand Speak Home. For those who already know Speak Home, just stay with me for another 5 to 8 minutes. So right after my presentation finish, Pennie will join the Pennie will join our webinar soon. Okay, no worry. So Pennie says that she's already here. Okay. So Pennie, can you just switch on the camera? Yeah, that is a button right under your profile. That's, you can just click on the camera. So you can say a hello before I start my presentations. Yeah. So Pennie, can you just type your name? Can you just type here? Pennie? Hey, Pennie, can you just type here? You just type the message. If you don't know how to switch on the camera, just type here. Okay, I know what's happening now. So Pennie, I think is are you using the same link? Are you using the same link that you sign in? Okay, let me share you the link again. Let me share you the link again. Sorry, guys, just a bit of the technical issues. We just need to solve it, or else the speaker can't log in and chat with us. Just give me a minute. Yeah, Pennie, you need to log in via this link, right? And then, can you tell me what's your speakers? You should log in via speakers. Yeah, we can't see your name. A minute, Okay. Oh, yeah, I saw you. Yes, I saw you, Pennie. I saw you. Okay, no worry. Okay, finally.
Can you hear me or not?
Yes, clear.
All right.
Okay, guys. Here is the CEO and also the founder of the HOMA2u, Miss Pennie.
morning,
Sorry,
all.
I just apologize for a bit of the technical issue. Yeah,
No
Pennie, you
worries.
can just say a hi.
Hello,
Say a
everyone.
hi to everyone.
Good morning. Positive
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday.
Yes. Okay, Tuesday is better. It's better than Monday. So
Monday is
Pennie,
a curfew
latest,
day.
right? Yep. So just now we have a quick chit chat. So later Pennie will share about, like, I'm also quite curious why a young lady, I would say, is like such a young lady, like she was in a building material business, and the building material business that they run is a sustainability concept, backed by a sustainability concept building material business. So I'm very curious. Later on, Pennie, I'm very excited to get to hear what you are going to share with us. Thank you so much, and also for coming to Speak Home to have
Thank you
this
for having
webinar
me.
with us. Yeah. So no worry, guys. Just give me another 5 minutes. I will after Speak Home presentations, Pennie will take take back the stage, and then she will present the things that present like how can you renovate your house via a sustainability and a cost saving method. Thank you so much, Pennie. So I'll start for my presentations. Cool. So guys, so I saw that just now I do a 1-2-1-2 quick survey, right? So you guys just I think half of you guys probably is already attend Speak Home webinar more than 2 or 3 times. And just need you be a bit patient because some of our new friends, they never heard Speak Home before. So I just need to take this opportunity to do some airtime. So having this kind of webinar is not easy. Take a lot of human effort, and also we spend kind of a marketing fee to run this kind of the webinar, and just bear with me for another 5 minutes. Thank you so much. So what is Speak Home? Actually, Speak Home is a rental platform that allows tenant and landlord to rent direct. In the meanwhile, we sell zero deposit concept to the market in order to help the landlord to rent out faster, and in the same time to ease the tenant financial burden. So as a landlord, if you post your listing on Speak Home, everything is free. Okay, we will provide, if your house in Selangor and Klang Valley area, we will provide you another home runner services to help you to show the house to the tenant, take the photo or video to put it online so that the tenant can view your house online. And in the meanwhile, if this is a tenant that you don't know the tenants, right, we will help you to understand the tenant more by just providing a background check services. We will ask them to provide us their CTOS, means like their credit scoring, appointment letter, bank statements, to like almost as strict as they apply a bank loan. So in the meanwhile, after we finish everything, right, so we will provide you an online tenancy agreement signing online. And while we do the complete, okay, when we complete everything, we find you a tenant, then we'll offer the landlords an insurance package to buy it and to protect their house. So what is the insurance package cover? Later I will explain. And in the meanwhile, we also provide another add-on services that is a free rental collections that we are not charging. If that is an agent to help you to do the rental collections, normally they will charge 2 to 3%, but in Speed Home, we provided free. So continue. So this is some stats that I'm going to share with you. So Speed Home, actually, we are in the markets for 5 years, but we only rebrand ourselves during 2019. That time, back then, that time we call a Speed Rent. Then after we rebrand ourselves, because we are aiming to provide more services, so we changed our company's name, brand name, to Speed Home. So what's our achievement? App downloads is 550K, monthly traffic, property listing, and also tenant inquiries. This is the numbers that we have currently right now. Probably that it increased a bit. And if you search Speed Home with all the mainstream media, right, you will find it almost all mainstream media already covered Speed Home news. So we do to have alongside with a lot of the supporters, and also we raised a couple of times fund. Our founder Wong Wei Ming, he take out a bunch of money to start up the business. Then right way long that he have some friends and also very famous institutional investor to invest on us. So 500 startup, the co-founders, and also IJM, invest through his subsidiary IJM RE, pitch in, invested through their, we also invested via pitch in, do a crowdfunding, and we get some government grant also. So during our launching day, we invited IJM management, Allianz management CEO, and also IJM Land Management to came to our platform. And one of the guest of honor is the local government and the housing minister, YB Zuraida. So I'm going to just skip to the zero deposits. Okay, why you should go with the zero deposit for the landlord? The first thing is not everyone can rent through Speed Home. You need to know. So only those who pass Speed Home background checks, tenant, they can rent through us. So we'll help you to maximize the tenant portfolio. That is almost no risk for you, and your property always be the first choice. Can you imagine that is 1,000 units around that area? Then the 900 of them, they are going to rent it out. Okay, 900 of the units that going to rent it out. Then your competitors, okay, unless you go with the price war or you provide more home appliance, right, that will still make you like very difficult. But can you imagine that, like, if this is like a companies that will have an insurance to protect you, help you to go with the zero deposit, your house definitely will rent out so much faster. In the meanwhile, if there's anything accident happen, the insurance will cover your loss. So let me jump into the insurance coverage. So in the insurance coverage, we have 3 packages, which is basics, extended, and extended plus, which is equivalent to your 1 month rental, 1.25 months rental, and 1.5 months rental. So if the tenant run away, didn't pay the rent, we will pay you. If you choose the basic package, we'll pay you 80% of your 2 month rental, which is equivalent to 1,600 if your rental is 1,000 ringgit. But if you choose extended and extended plus, we will compensate you with 2 months full rental. And if the tenant didn't pay the utilities, they make your house dirty, you can claim up to 1K. And if you choose extended and extended plus, we will pay up to 2K. So if your house gets damages, if your house is a fully furnished house, a lot of the furnitures, and then your furnitures get damaged or dirty, we will pay you up to up to 15K. If you choose extended and extended plus, you can claim up to 30K. So the insurance package the coverage is 24 to 42K. So compared to the deposit, deposit can give you such a value? So the second thing, if you choose you become our extended plus subscribe, okay, landlord, what we are going to compensate you is we provide you 2 extra feature that is none of the service provider will provide in the market. If the tenant didn't pay your rent on time, we'll bank into the money exactly the date that they should pay. Means that if the tenant promised to pay every first day of every month, so we will pay the money bank into the money to you first. The second thing, if the tenant they didn't rent out, it's like accidentally there is someone that they occupied your house and didn't pay the rent, what will Speed Home do? So Speed Home will pay the rent upon to the tenant, and in the meanwhile, we will apply a court order. So we will bear the lawyer fee to help you to evict the tenant legally. So this is something that we are going to provide to our external plus users. So this is nothing. Okay, almost the end, guys. So at the end, I'm going to promote you two things. The first one is our landlord communities. So Speed Home built an association of landlord Malaysia. So you guys should join this association of landlord Malaysia, because that is a lot of the landlords of the Malaysia come from the states everywhere in Malaysia. So different states. So you can just join. If you have any kind of question, feel free to ask. Then our landlords, that is like very experienced landlord, will answer your questions. Second thing, we have a Telegram channel. So you can join our Telegram channel, okay, via the QR code. You can just get the QR code. So the last one, actually, right now, because you come to our webinar, now you're our friends, right? So what we are going to do, our friends, is that we have a small token to give to you guys if you guys sign up this form. Okay, you sign up this form. So my colleague already shared. So later my colleague will share the link. So when you sign up the form, after that you post your listing in Speed Home, we have a free upgrade insurance to let you to entitle the on-time rental, and also you will get insurance upgrade by the inconvenience benefit. Means that the utility bills claim coverage will higher lah. So this is something that we offer to the landlords that who join our webinar today. You sign up the form, you upload your listing, and you'll get a voucher to have an insurance upgrade that cover two things: on-time rental and also inconvenience benefit upgrade. So that's it. So thank you so much everyone for joining today's webinar. I think like it's enough of airtime. I know some of you don't know hear my pitch for so many times already, but really thank you for you still staying here. Really appreciate that. So Penny, I think you can switch on the camera. Yeah, no worry. Hi Penny.
Hello.
Yes, so just let me to have a very quick introduction of Pennie. So actually, Pennie is founder and CEO of HOMA2u, a building material, O2O building material platforms. So they have, when you go to the HOMA2u.com, you can find like a lot of the different home renovations, building materials choices. And that's like one of very interesting things is like they backed by a very, they try to introduce a sustainability ideas on the building materials. So yeah, and then Pennie have 14 years experience in the building material trading industry. I think she's have a lot of the very interesting and insights are going to share. So Pennie, I think I back to the stage and you can share your screen if you you know how to share the screen, right?
Yes, I know.
Sorry, I just technical stuff. But it's okay. I think everything will gonna be super smooth later. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's not so smooth now again. I need to go and do some setting now.
Okay, cool. No worry. You can just do a setting.
Yeah, but okay, give me a sec. Yeah.
Yeah. The screen is loading on my side.
Okay. Okay, can see or not?
Need to take a couple of seconds. Yeah, while it finish. Yes, cool.
Can,
clear.
right?
Very
okay.
clear.
Yeah, before I start the session, right, I wanted to see how many supporters that I have over here. How many people do we have in the room? I can't see the message already. Okay, anyway, yeah, today's topic is we actually had a discussion with Paul a couple of days ago that you know, they invited us to give informative information. So I was thinking maybe we can just go into like the cost saving tips for renovation and how our audience today can actually benefit and also get some insights about how we can actually renovate our house, right, and still support this sustainability. The information I'm going to share is more towards like my personal experience. I have actually renovated 2 houses before, and 2 officers. So of course, not like a lot of experience in compared to many of you here, but I think our company, we have actually helped to repurpose more than 8,000 homes. I wouldn't say just 5,000. Actually, it's last year we actually did 5,000. This year we actually accumulated up to 8,000 already. So there are some feedbacks that we actually get from our users. Okay. So a little bit about myself. I have founded this company in 2017. I have been in the industry for 14 years already. When I say industry, I'm in quite a manly industry lah. So I previously from I would say tiling industry, tiles and flooring related materials industry. So how I actually came out to this idea of setting up HOMA is because our industry do have this problem that, you know, all the products that you purchase, right, you definitely need to put in some wastages and so on. I think many of you have done renovation, or if you haven't, right, I'm sure you have heard about, you know, things need to buy extra so that you don't actually, especially for tiles, you know, it is a standard norm for renovation customer to have to add in at least 7 to 15%. So this is where I'm trying to solve the problems. And then our company is turning about 4 years old this September. We have successfully repurposed more than 20 million worth of overstock inventories. The materials are coming from construction site and also the brand merchants. So we have actually benefited last year itself 5,000. This year itself we actually increased to 8,000 homes already. And we always believe that creating a business, right, we strongly believe in putting planet, people over profit. So we are still focusing on 3P and also 3R. 3R means reduce, reuse, and repurpose. So I don't want to talk so much about the grandmother story about myself. Let's go into, got your new key already, so what's next? So I understand from Paul that a lot of speed home customers here are mainly actually getting a house to rent. But I'm not sure whether the crowd today are mainly for own stay renting or they're actually doing Airbnb. So I just wanted to share a little bit like how does it feel getting your new keys? How does it feel when you got the new keys for your house? Like for my cases, right, I actually bought 2 houses before. One that I actually did I wouldn't say a massive renovation. It's a small renovation for my small apartments. So it was really a massive mess. It's just a basic renovation only, but we were actually caught in like all kind of issues with the contractors with and all the pipings and all mess up. So today I'm going to share 4 tips in as a whole. Like after you have got the next key already, in regards if you are doing for your own stay, you are targeting for your rental or Airbnb, I hope that these 4 tips can actually enlighten you guys a little bit. And I'm also going to talk a little bit about how we can actually make impacts to the sustainability. I'm not really here to sell products, so you won't like see me taking my tiles and do presentation and all. So don't worry. And I'm trying to make the webinar, right, more interesting. So I hope that if you guys, I mean, during my sharing the time, if you guys have any question, right, you can just post it into the chat box, and then Paul later, he will gather all the information from me. Okay? So before we go into the 4 tips, right, I just want to run through a very quick informations. This, you probably can get it from this buildspaces.com.my. I actually got this information from there. Budgeting is generally one of the things that after you got the key already, you need to plan one. For my case, right, I recently just got one of the houses with my brother. Our house is only going to be ready in a year time from now. But my brother, right, he was sort of like, okay, we haven't got a key, but how much budget that we have to put in place? What kind of design that, you know, we need to do and all this? And I think most importantly is we are like saving money right now. We'll say, oh, okay, this is the X amount of money that we need for our renovation and all. But we do not really have the basis of actually how much is it cost for, you know, the hacking of this place, you know, what kind of things that we need to put in this place, how much it's going to cost, whether we have enough money or not and all. So this is some of the guidelines that I actually pull it from this build space. You all can have a look. I'm not going to go through this in details. And flooring, because I'm in the flooring industry, so these are generally quite a reliable source. Like tiles is the main thing that we usually do lah. So these are some of the information that you can probably get. Okay. So the home makeover tips that I'm going to share today will be 4. A lot of people will say, okay, I got my house key already. Or probably you all haven't got the house key, you will just go to Pinterest and search a lot of profiles, and you see your Facebook always pop up with lots of designs and all. But the first thing that I think you need to do is you need to plan first, then only you talk about design. And then once you have got this thing fixed already, you have to start looking into the budget. And I would advise to always plan ahead. The third thing is, we may say that, okay lah, we can save the ID cost, or we can just hire the OPA contractor to just do the job. But I would suggest you to really hire a pro to do whatever job that is needed. Okay. Of course, number 4 is what we are really going to look into, which is the procurement process. So number 1 tips that I got from Dr. Eric Leong, who is the king of design. He did mention that don't just blindly follow the design trend, as you are the one who is going to live in your house and use it daily. Hence, it must be practical and reflects your lifestyle. So, like I said, I don't know whether the crowd today is actually the renovation customer for your own stay, or is actually going to just you just got a property and you're planning to do a rental. So the number 1 thing that I want to talk about is do what is only necessary. Whatever design that you've seen from your Facebook or your Pinterest may not be practical in a way for you. So you've got to really plan what you really need, what is really necessary. And then you break into phases. Just an example, you may have to hack certain of the wall, extend certain of the rooms, and then you have to break into like 2 or 3 kind of phases, just in case you are running out of budget, or you are actually on a very tight budget, or you even haven't do your budgeting yet. So plan this way: wet works, then interior fittings, and finally, what would be your wish list? Always categorize the first thing, right, to 2 of the thing: the master list, which is what you really need to do, and the wish list. And finally, that would be the final one, would be the what kind of rooms that you need to do, what kind of area that you need to do. Example, right, you may say, I want to change the toilet. So toilet, you can just, there are lots of things that you probably can actually fix. Example, tiles or WC or fittings, or you wanted to change to a more romantic lights or things like that. Or you may want to say, okay, I wanted to also extend my kitchen. So these are the things that you really need to put it down in details, so that when you do your budgeting and planning the time, you know what you need to do already. As a guide, right, we would always advise our client to actually have a minimum of 10% for a basic makeover. So what does this 10% of the budget is needed? Just make an example that if, let's say, you purchase a 500,000 of the house, you may need to allocate at least 50,000 for the basic home makeover. I just share one of the experience. I actually bought a duplex in Damansara. So that house is actually 1,000 square feet only. So when I do that time, right, I actually only allocated 30,000 only, 25 or 30,000 only. Then I just do a basic. I didn't intend to like put in like fully complete, because I'm planning to rent that units to someone else. But I think we actually just fixed like 4 aircons, kitchen cabinet, lightings, and some curtains only. It already costs us around 30,000 already. That is not inclusive of, like, let's say if we want to do some extension and all this. So taking as a base, right, the house that I bought is actually close to 500,000. So with that, right, I would actually suggest you guys, if you want to do a renting or a basic kind of renovation, do at least 10% of the budget. And then don't be a lazy freaks. Just take an effort to make comparison. The comparison you can, especially with all the internet's very, very advanced right now, you can actually get a lot of comparison online. Always do an apple-to-apple comparison. Don't like take a branded thing and compare to those non-branded thing or inferior things. Always read the reviews. And when you ask for the quotation from contractors, right, I'm not trying to be offensive on certain contractors, but a lot of people, they would tell you that okay, this one we do a lump sum for this particular area or the particular area because this is not very big area and so on. I would suggest to always request for a breakdown of the quotation. Just in case, right, when you only allocated certain of the budget and they tell you lump sum this, lump sum that, right, then end of the day, if you know the things you add here, add there, it wasn't really spelled out in your quotation, you may need to top up a lot more. That is also one of the bad experience that we had from our previous renovation for my parents' house. We initially just budget for X amount. End of the day, the final cost, right, actually increased 50%. So this is actually how we actually learn from experience. And always plan ahead. Don't like rush things into situation. When you rush things into situation, right, meaning to say that your choices may be quite limited because you got no time to really do the comparison. And I would say at least give yourself a month or two to really do the survey on the material, the design, and all that you want, and then get proper write down on the budgeting. This is very important. The third tips would be hire the pros. A lot of people might think that, okay, hiring interior designer is very costly. But through my experience, right, I've done 2 renovations without a pro to assist, and 2 is with pro to assist. The differences can be quite a lot. Is because we being an end user, right, or I mean a house owner or something like that, we may tend to have the thinking of, okay, I want to save this part, I want to save that part, so I get the contractors to do the job. But contractors are good at only building. They are probably not good at helping you to plan the space. So interior designer, when you hire them, right, they can tell you, like, especially you have already, just now in the tips number 1, I already said, right, you need to plan first, you need to find the design. So you just have to transpire all this information to your designer, okay? Be it a freelancer or a company. Actually, I'm working with one of the freelancer who he is very good. Of course, if you guys wanted to know about him, right, you can just private message me later lah. Then I'll probably share his contact with you guys. So he don't just do the magic touch like beautifying things, you know, ask you to hack here and there. He's very practical in a way that, I mean, in general, a good designer, that person will actually tell you, like, you know, besides spending this much of money to beautify the place, you also need to have a proper space planning. You may need to have this side of the lighting is bright enough that you don't really have to cost a lot of money to go and install lights and electricity and all this. So I would say that hire the pros to do the job. And there might also be people that, you know, through my experience, I have also received many comments from our customer that because they want it cheap, so they trusted or they actually engaged a cheaper type of contractors or those OPA contractors. End of the day, right, whatever deposit that they just paid, right, the contractor just run away. So find those reliable, those people who are really serious into the business to take up your job. Imagine your hard-earned money, you may like budget for 50, 100 or 200,000. You may pay a deposit of maybe 10, 20, 50,000. If you don't actually look through the process and all this, right, end of the day, you might just lose all the money that you have. So this would be the tips number 3. Always hire the pros to do the job. Don't because want to cut corner, then you end of the day lose more than what you're supposed to get. So finally, don't fall into those so-called discount up to 80%. And also don't buy those, you know, this voucher can save you 100% unless you really need one. There are, inclusive ourselves, we may sometimes say, oh, you know, discount up to 80% and all. But make sure that you all know the facts and check it out if this item is really up to 80% or not. There are too many business outside that I don't want to mention like in a very negative way, but they will actually take this, oh, discount up to 70%, 80%, or like, you know, all kind of percentage, but they might just be marking up the price so that you can actually get all this. We didn't do that. I need to make sure that you guys understand this, but yeah, a lot of people may think that, okay lah, 80% I buy it now lah, but after that, next week, right, you go and check it out, the price is actually the same for all over again. Then, especially during this pandemic, make sure that you buy only you need it, okay? There are lots of companies offering the vouchers like, oh, buy 200 ringgit for 500 ringgit values and all these things. Make sure that when you want to buy all these vouchers, right, you make sure that you're really going to use it. Not like, okay lah, because I think it is cheap, then I just buy this and then I keep lah. After the MCO already or whatever, then only you use it. really know the facts. And always, like I mentioned, always allow time to do the procurement and don't rush. When you rush the thing, when you don't actually allow enough time, right, costing can be quite severe one. End of the day, right, you budgeted for X amount, it may be because of the poor planning, right, you end of the day have to spend like additional. Like my parents' house, we actually, because it's a poor planning, right, so we actually spend more than 50,000, more than 50% of the entire costing on that particular renovation. This is one of the house transformation that I actually got from my friend. He's the founder of Habitat. It's an Insta home as well. You can see on the left-hand side, right, this is how run down the house is, right? Then he actually opt for a cheaper price. He actually opt for, I wouldn't say cheaper price, he actually used a lot of time to go and survey and find out what kind of material that he can obtain. I had a conversation with him. He used at least 70% of overstock material to transform this entire house, right, using only 170K. So although this house may be like many years back already, but he said that he do save quite a lot by using premium quality of products at discounted price. So this is the 4 tips that I actually, is my personal sharing lah, not like those professional sharing and all, but it's a very, very basic and general information, but many of us fail to plan. You fail to plan, then you are planned to fail, something like that. Okay? So another topic, how can I practice green and sustainability? Okay, you guys may think that, okay, I'll ask you to install solar, you know, all the water, rainwater harvest system and all this. I'm not expert in saying that, so I'm not going to tell you guys to install all these things into your home. But in HOMA, right, we always believe that green and sustainability start from us. So these are some of the things that I can actually do some enlightenment or sharing of my personal thoughts to you guys. Also, I actually put in 4 facts. So always plan in advance to reduce carbon footprint. As we have served too many customers, they have planned to, they are like, their timing will always be like, oh, Pennie, I need this thing yesterday, not like tomorrow, no. Their urgency is like yesterday. So then we will have to call for Lala Move lah. We have to call for purposely to charter a truck for them, for all the materials to be delivered to them. This is part of the thing. If you can actually plan things in advance, right, we can actually do a consolidation of the transport with other people. So this is actually how we reduce our carbon footprint. I think earlier the introduction video, we also did talk about this. So number 2 is reuse as many as possible. You may have the old door that from your, if you are using, if you have gotten a key for your new house, you may, instead of, you know, buying a new door, you may want to paint over it, or you may want to decor the door into something else. If you have old door, you may want to repurpose it. Or if there are some of the tiles and things like that, right, you may, instead of hacking the whole thing, you may just want to like replace it with certain of the decor items and things like that. So my advice is use as many, reduce, reuse, and repurpose. Buy only what you are needed. Don't think that, okay lah, never mind, I buy this additional lah. Then if I buy this additional already, then at least if not enough, I will just do, I'll just have enough. So always plan. If you guys don't have like knowledge on, especially on the calculation on tiles and things like that, because we are specializing in that, right? You can always send your floor plan to our homies. I think they are more than happy to help you guys. If you guys need help, I think we can, this is part of the service that we are providing. Don't always fall for the myth to buy green product. Oh, okay lah, you need to install this, you need to install that, you know, this kind of thing. So know your fact, whether this thing really can bring benefits to you and environment or not. I think there is one day that one of the session that I actually spoke to one of my friend, right, said, do you know that how solar being produced is actually more toxic than what you have thought of. So there are a lot of scam outside lah. So you just make sure that you all know the fact before you all really drop yourself into so-called green and sustainable products. And finally, a lot of people will just place whatever that they don't use in their store after the renovation. You may have some old furnitures, or you may have some, you know, leftover of tiles, cement, paint, or whatever. Try to donate it to the community so that you can also be part of, you know, the program by encouraging repurposing. There is one company that I think you guys may want to take down the name. It's called Unearth. He's actually helping a lot of people to collect all these old furnitures. If you guys have, like, you bought an old house that you have some old furnitures that you want to get rid of it, don't chuck it away into the bin. Just contact them, Unearth. You can just check their Facebook, and yeah, they will actually come to your place and collect all this material. Then for our side, right, if you have any of the leftover, you can actually donate it by bringing, especially on the tiles, you can actually bring over. We will actually set up. We have one of the free corner that you can actually use to drop all the items here. And if you think that coming to all the way to HOMA is too far, right, there is also another community in Facebook, right? It's called Zero Waste Community. You guys can also donate the materials over there, lah. So this is the thing that we can actually do to practice sustainability. Okay, before I go further, right, Paul, can we just stop the session and see how's the crowd and get some information? Paul, are you there?
Yep, I'm always there. Don't worry, I'm back up.
Yeah.
So right now,
I don't want them to like fall asleep, you know. I talk a lot.
I told you it's like the numbers on the things that a lot of people typing a lot of questions. I told you. So on the slides, right, we already collect like almost 8 questions or 9 questions already. So yeah, continue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just continue the deck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to check on you guys, I'm watching you guys, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So sorry. Yeah, Pennie.
I'll share the slide again.
Yeah. No worry.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so enough of all the tips and some information from my side, but it's time to introduce a little bit about our platform. So what is HOMA? A lot of people ask, hey, Pennie, what is HOMA? I swear that I got nothing related to Rosma. And yeah, you know, they will say, okay lah, HOMA, you know, all the Rosma thing. No, we are not. HOMA is actually a platform that offers building materials and home finishing products at bargains that we focus on sustainability. We are in fact a painkillers for many companies, right, when it comes to overstock inventories. Allow me to talk a little bit about my company lah, so that, you know, I create some awareness of how we can repurpose on all these items. Those items that you see from the pictures below, right, are really some of the gem that we have found before lah, from the construction site and also brand owners. Okay, so a little bit more about our platform. We currently are operating on the online and offline basis. So especially during this MCO period, right, you can probably just go to the online, check out what items that you have. Apologize for a little bit of flaws in the website because we are revamping our UX at the moment. In the near future, you can actually see what kind of items is really overstock that you can actually repurpose. Then this entire concept, right, we actually operate using data. We will only bring the material right material to the right customer. And in the near 12 months, right, we are actually putting this yellow box. Yellow box is actually a mobile container concept that we are startup lah, so we wanted to expand our business model but we wanted to make it in a very sustainable way. So we choose to use the second-hand shipping containers to staff up more than 1,000 products SKU into this material concept store, and we are going to drop it in most of the designer furniture showrooms, some hardware shop as well, and some of the locations we are still looking for partners. So there will be 10 locations in JB, Penang, and also Klang Valley. So the purpose is we wanted to bring this concept, right, closer to our customer. Our apps is very similar to what Pinterest is doing, but it's for you guys to save idea and get inspiration on the costing. We'll only launch in next month. So stay tuned with us. If you guys are interested, you can just scan the QR code at the bottom, go into our page, and just subscribe, and we will send you some information later stage. Currently, we are operating in Klang, Bukit Raja. So if you guys interested to really view the products, right, you can actually come to Klang and also the Glenmary. We have one yellow box in Glenmary. Okay, these are some of the overstock product that we have procured and has gone to Better Homes. Okay. Paul, can you play the video on how we, before Paul play the video, right? This is one of the video that how we actually do a procurement. So you can actually see how we actually do it.
Good day, thrill seeker, and welcome to the 9th episode of HOMA Thursday Diary. For the past many weeks, we have gone to too many restaurants, a lot of leisure, and finally we are back in action in one of the Changi.
Sorry, Pennie, you need to mute your speakers because for the video playing, yeah.
The junkyard here in Klang. So this is another massive junkyard that I think bigger than the one that I've previously visited. Over here, I think probably will have more than 1 million worth of tiles overstock inventories. So we are going to show you guys what is available over here. Come on. Look at this. These are the really nice design. Okay, this is a grey color one. These are 1x1 tiles. It's a homogeneous tiles. No, sorry, it's a porcelain tiles. So over here, you guys can see that I would say more than 100 pallets stocks has been stranded here for a couple of months. So of course we have the Venus tiles over here. Venus is made locally, and we have also discovered the Portino by Nairo series. You can see that the condition over here is still perfectly intact in boxes. And what is our mission? Our mission is to reduce, reuse, and repurpose the construction treasure. So we are going to bring a lot more of all this construction treasure for a better home. So stay tuned with us every Thursday, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell button. See you then. Bye.
Hello, I'm back. So Pennie, you done the presentation is done? Yeah, your mic. Need to unmute yourself. Yes.
Yes, I finished my presentation already.
Okay, so great. I think now is the Q&A sections. So I saw this is a very active audience. It's like he's asking a lot of questions. So yeah, let us just some questions from Speed Home. Some questions is like about HOMA. So let me share the screen, so you also can see the questions also.
Guys, this is my first time doing such a sharing.
It's very great. I thought you is you are not it doesn't look like your first time, but it's a great sessions. And just now I just took a lot of notes. Yeah, I think I dropped down a lot of notes. So guys, now it's our Q&A sections. So the first one is Mr. J. Mr. J, one person's already asked six questions. Mr. J, the first one is that Speed Home, if we take insurance plan from you, you will upgrade not free. Normally, how much we have to pay for the upgrade? So this kind of pricing for the upgrade, right? You can just get it on the, I would say it depends on your rental lah. So later you can just go to our website. But if you just for the OTR, okay, for the OTR, different package have different free upgrade. But right now you just sign up the form, you get a free upgrade already. So yeah, couple of hundreds I would say, like different rental, different insurance package have different price. But right now we do a lump sum free upgrade. Just sign up the form, list your listing, and then we give you a free upgrade. So how to get a trustworthy contract, how to know whether the contract is lying or not, the cost of the renovations.
This one I can answer lah. How to get a trustworthy contractors, right? Actually, there are lots of platform like the local one. I don't want to mention name because I mention name, right? It sounds like I'm sided one party. There are lots of platform at the moment, right? That they do this all this rating system, and I would recommend that you go and actually search the reviews. Otherwise, right? I don't want to hard sell, but we are actually working with many of the contractors, right? is our regular customer. Consider our panels, we trust them and they trust us. So most of the time when we have customer that come to us and say, Pennie, I need the contractors to do this, to do that. Do you have someone to recommend or not? So then through word of mouth, right, we are actually pushing this thing, we are recommending. But in the near future, right, because we know that this is one of the very, very major problems that we have. So in July, right, we are going to launch this Pro Plus program where our website will also, you can actually choose a lot of the contractors and see their profiles. You can actually chat with them before you engage them.
Cool.
There is no say about trustworthy or not, but until you have tried it and you probably get some comments, then we can know whether this person is trustworthy or not. Okay.
Great. So second question is like, contractor, if like they have some hanky-panky stuff, what kind of the actions that you can take?
Unfortunately, at the moment, there is no action can be taken. You only can go and lodge a police report. And I actually did hear one of my customer mention, she's actually living in one of the township area.
Yeah.
There is this contractor charge super cheap. Like, because usually we do renovation, right, we'll probably take like 2 to 3, we are taking like 2 to 3 quotation, right? If this person give you extremely low price, you know that something is not right already. So sometimes, right, the cheating part also could be caused by us now. Like I have mentioned a couple of times just now, know your facts, then speak to, if they have actually done some jobs already, right, do search the company. And a lot of contractors, right, they design and build contractors, they will register themselves with MIID, the Malaysian Institute Interior Designer, something like that, MIID. And if a registered contractors, right, usually they will be in CIDB portal. So when you want to engage a contractor, maybe you might want to just go and check it out, whether they are really a registered company or they are just someone who don't have a company to take your money and just take to just do the job. This is one of the things I can say. Prevention is better than cure. So don't wait until things happen already, only we take action.
Cool. So next one is like, if the renovations, right, they don't have what do you call that, warranty period, right? This very long question. I just try to summarize it. So if there is some things like it's not right, okay, after the renovate in a very short term period, this kind of the losses, right? What kind of the actions that we can take? I think similar to the question number 3, right?
Similar to that, but of course we need to know whether this company, right, is a registered company or not. I think one of my friend just MIID, not MRID.
Oh, sorry, MIRD.
MIID.
MIID.
Malaysia,
Okay.
those don't know I something, then it
okay, MIID. Okay,
MIID, correct. So check out the company, whether they are using, know your facts like we don't expect to know nothing, then after that we give everything. But plumbing is very big issues, especially when you have fixed it already. If you want to repair, right, you need a lot of cost. I remember last week one of my friend actually shared about consumer complaint and things like that. That one I didn't really listen to that session, but probably you can go over there and complain if this is a registered company. So you can that one is actually for consumer one. So you can actually go over there and complain. I think they will take some actions.
Yeah, that is a tribulance court. Just
I think it's a community place for people to lodge complaint. It's not only on the renovation part. I think it's mainly for the
everything. You just Google tribulance court Malaysia, and then it will guide you to the website, and then you can just lodge your complaint.
Don't think that this is something that is not important, although it may take a longer process, but your action can actually help another person to get con. To not get con, sorry. Okay.
Cool. So next question is how much does the cost for interior designer to renovate a whole house just in an apartment?
There are some for this question number 5, right? I would say you need to identify 2 things, whether this is actually for you to own stay or for you to rent out as a monthly basis, or you're going to do Airbnb. All these will come to a different cost. What I would say is generally, right, if you hire an interior designer, it will to not really renovate it, but to help you to plan out the space, right? It's probably only going to cost you between 2,000 to 8,000. Depends on how massive your job is going to do. For the renovation part, right, depends on how much you want to set in place. Let's say, example, your house is about 500,000, like I've mentioned just now. Probably just put 50,000 for the basic renovation.
10%.
Then if you are going to rent it for someone in a long-term basis, right? There are some companies, again, I don't want to mention name, it's very sensitive. They do actually provide those service, like you just pay 30,000, they will give you all the furnitures and things like that with the basic lightings and all. So you can actually choose the package from there.
I see. But this is also what you call that? If you renovate your house, right? There is some developers that will give you semi-furnished.
Correct.
Right. Then you just need to adjust your budget lah.
Yep.
Okay,
Always plan in advance. Don't like last minute, I got a key already, next month I want to move in, then or next 2 months I'll move in. So most of the time, right, the contractor tell you, okay lah, I can get it done within 1 month. But most of the time it will have delay.
It will always delay.
Yeah,
Okay, is there a good website to refer for house renovations, local perspective? I think you already.
Yeah, for my favorite, right, I still use House a lot, but apparently House is very international kind of thing. ST, we understood your concern. Next month we will have one of the apps coming out already. You can get all the locals renovation tips and idea from our apps. So do sign up to our website, the subscription link. Once we have launched already, we will send you the link. You just go and update to download the apps. We actually have more than few hundred companies that already sign up with us. All the local designers.
Great. So just follow HOMA website. But another thing is very important. Like Speak Home and HOMA now we are collaborating in a very interesting campaign.
Yes.
So everyone that who signed up with this link also, not only our insurance free upgrade link, but also this link. So what you get is 30 ringgit discount. And in the meanwhile, you stand a chance to win a fire extinguisher to make your house safer. So just sign up this form, key in your email. That's it. Okay, sign up this form, type your name, key in your email, and then you have stand a chance to win a fire extinguisher and also 30 ringgit discount. Okay, for your any kind of purchase from the HOMA2u. So just sign up this link. Okay, cool. Then next question.
More questions?
Yeah, of course. Always have more questions. I just cannot have not yet stopped that. Just a lot of people that send out questions. So XP, another is a renovation contractors that offer after sales warranty like few years. Wow.
In my case, I don't have but I treated my contractors very good Every time we got repairs, right, they come back and fix it I think this is a very much on the relationship that that you have with the contractors I don't think so there is anything like that, but it's a good point. We will take into consideration and see whether we can do something about this or not.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Fun. Is installation roof ventilations beneficial?
Roof ventilation, I'm not sure. I didn't really go into this. I'm sorry, I can't answer this question.
Then we skip. Mr. Kirk, sorry, I need to refresh. Wow, you see? Just refresh 9 questions. Okay. Mr. Kirk, could we get all the website of the recycle community?
Yeah, probably we can share it later but one of the I would say Zero Waste Malaysia they are the number one that I always look for, and for furnitures, Unearth they are a newly startup that helping all this. They still give you money not like you donate the thing only. If you have old furnitures they sell already, they still give you 50% of the money back to you. So
Unearth Malaysia.
Unearth Malaysia.
Oh, I saw it. We help you solve the unwanted item. Okay, let me share the link here.
Yeah, I think this one is, we are into sustainable, right? No matter old furnitures or what, your junk may be another someone else treasure. So we just do whatever that we can help to repurpose all this material.
Okay, continue.
Okay.
How to get how come I
camera suddenly? How to negotiate the price or get discounted from any tips? Okay, there are 2 tips I think that you probably can do. How to get cheaper price? My case, right, I actually engaged this freelancer designer I like his work. He memang show me all his work. I like it. So I actually paid him, not like full price. I paid him a discounted price, right? Then I tell him that I asked him to help me to manage my job. So this is how I reduce the entire cost for my renovation. Second tips would be a lot of interior designer nowadays, right, offering a design and build package. If you use their service, right, then they will actually give you free, or they might give you a very massive discount on the interior design fee lah, I would say lah. But again, don't always. I mean, our topic today is about how you save costs. But most importantly is still while you save costs, right, you still get the design or the thing that you want. This is very important.
Yes, reasonable. It's like
Reasonable
a reasonable
If
saving
it's too
cost.
cheap,
Yeah.
if it's too cheap to be true, right, you know it's something is not right already.
Yeah, agree. So okay, Facebook page mentioned in the community already share the website link, so we can just Google the website name, then probably that will show on Facebook. So
Who is this Jay? By the way, it's very interesting. His question.
I think it's like probably it's someone says really have a lot of house to renovate or something. Yeah, it's very interesting.
Maybe
so,
ask this. Maybe this Jay can add me in Facebook. I can answer him a lot of questions.
Yeah, just follow HOMA. Yeah, HOMA Facebook. Yeah. Are your company a trustworthy group recognized by Malaysia government?
Unfortunately, we are not being recognized by the Malaysian government, but we are a JCI, CYEA top 10 winners for what we have done. And trustworthy or not, we have served more than 8,000 homes within the past 3.5 years.
Legit
so
lah.
just yourself, I do not want to mention anything. Yeah.
Oh my God, I don't know why this lady asked any reliable Indonesian handyman contact.
Since you can private contact me, I have the Malaysian one, handyman.
Yeah.
Reliable
Just go to HOMA and then PM HOMA.
Yeah, you PM any of the information. My team is ready to answer all the questions already.
Okay, renovation, which one we should do first? We can deny upgrading, delay the upgrading later once we go budget. Oh,
Okay.
I mean, sorry.
I would, like I mentioned just now, do the wet work first. Anything that you need hacking and all, right, do first, because it's very massive, dirty if you don't do that. Then your interior fittings you can do under second part. Get the basic one first. When you got budget, upgrade. Okay, and finally the wish list. Like example, you want to put a super high-end sound system and probably a jacuzzi. Those you can do it later lah.
Interesting. Okay, average how many % of the item is cheaper than HOMA compared to market price? Wow.
I wouldn't say we are the cheapest, because if I say cheapest, someone would just, okay lah, I sell 4 ringgit, that person sell 399 lah. But in average, right, because the item that we take back also depends on the condition. We are like selling those kind of branded bags. They also have like good lah, acceptable grade and brand new, right? So we also depends on the condition itself. Just now I said that cannot say 80%, right? But we really give up to 80%. Some of the item really without carton box already, but they are still brand new that can be used. So from the original price, right, of what the contractors bought, right, we actually slash up to 80% discount. Don't listen to me. Like I mentioned, fact find your price. You can always send information to our team and get all the things. But minimum also you will have 15%, 15% cheaper from what outside is selling.
Okay, last few questions. Pagalia better or separate services most cost saving?
For me, I would say separate service, because I have used one which is really very reliable. He memang do his ID work only. Then he will connect us to the contractors. Then he will say that I don't earn anything from the contractors. You don't worry. I don't want to put into any claims that all the ID, right, will take commissions. But that is part of the work. You ask them to do, right? I mean, you want this is service that you have to pay for. So for me, I need to do a lot more work because this ID will give me a design. Then I will tell him that what kind of material I want. Then I go and source already. I will get the ID to, hey, this thing okay or not, the price okay or not. A lot more jobs that I need to do. So if you really want to go for the cost saving, go for the separate one. You find an ID, be it a company or be it a freelancer, then only find your contractors. That is what my thoughts are.
Interesting. So let me do another airtime advertisement. So very fast today night, right? Just now I saw a lot of our audience are on Facebook, on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. They all asking is like about a lot of the renovation stuff, right? So if you are really need to get some consult on the renovations, so please join our tonight event, 8:30 to 10. So we have invited our Speed Home, like the persons that will help Speed Home renovate in just in a 1 month time, but it very nice. Our office very nice. So probably you also can join today's sections and talk to our today's speakers, the Chongsao Sandra Bahat. This is one of our partners, Speed Home Renovations, that help us to renovate Speed Home. So probably you can just join tonight, 8:30 to 10. So already send you the link. You just click on the link, you can join. So Theo, small request to do a short repeat on the tips 1 to 4. So your renovation tips 1 to 4.
Do we still have time?
11. We start at 11 o'clock. So yeah, we still have a couple of time.
We still have time. Okay, I'll do a quick run through then.
Theo,
this for you, no. Make sure you like both our Speed Home and HOMA page.
Yeah, please remember to like Speed Home and HOMA page. Yep.
I cannot share screen one.
Yeah.
You have to stop sharing first, is it, Paul?
Oh, no need lah. You can just overtake me. You can just stop my screening.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah. Now you overtake me already. So you just repeat the tips. So anyone else that have still got questions? And also don't forget while we're waiting for Pennie's slide loading, we have a collaboration with Speed Home and HOMA2u. You sign up the link again. Tan, help me share the link again, the HOMA2u link. So sign up the link. You just key in your email. Then you're already entitled 30 ringgit of discount. And in the meanwhile, you stand a chance to win a fire extinguisher to make your house safer. So please, again, don't hesitate. Sign up the form, key in your email to get the 30 ringgit first. Then later, you check on the terms and conditions to get your fire. How can you get your fire extinguisher?
Oh, I don't know why I cannot share screen.
Yep. Okay, you try again. Plus.
Okay. Oh, yeah, now can already.
Yeah, cool. Yep.
Okay, again, disclaimer, this is my personal thoughts. I have renovated a couple of houses and I helped many of them renovated already.
Yep. I actually already compared to us, you're already an expert already.
No lah. Theo, is this the one that you want or you want the sustainable one? This is it.
I think later, perhaps like Pennie can share the slide to us. We can send.
Yeah.
We can send to them. We can send to them.
I need to repeat this one. I go through very fast now.
Very fast, please.
Okay. As Dr. Eric Leong mentioned, don't just blindly follow the design trend. Okay. As you are the one who is going to live in the house and use it daily, hence it must be practical and reflects your lifestyle. To me, tips number 1, do what is necessary. Always have breakdown into the phases of things that you want to do, like wet works, your interior fittings, your wish list. You don't jump everything into one budget. You actually split it into 3 different segmentation, and then identify what kind of work you need to do. Let's say, example, you have decided on the wet works, right? You may say, okay, I want to extend my kitchen. Those are considered wet works. I want to retile my bathroom. That is also wet works. Okay, now my room, I want to hack 2 rooms, become 1 room, become bigger room. Those are all considered wet works. You need to plan ahead first. So if your kitchen you want to do, you need to specify, okay, now a kitchen cabinet I need to do. And now I need to change my lightings and all this kind of thing. You also need to spell out very clearly what you really want to do. Plan first, then only talk about, okay, now the design I want is contemporary, I want the modern design all. And finally, gather all the informations already. You can probably get some very vague information. Just now I did share about all these renovation cost guide. At least you have equipped yourself on what kind of prices already. Okay, then we only do your budgeting. Always allocate 10% of what your house value. Let's say if you bought a 500,000 house, allocate a minimum of 50,000. 50,000, trust me, if you want to put aircon, 4 rooms with hall, everything, right? It probably cost you 10,000 already. Plus the piping and all, it is quite costly. So I would say minimum 50,000. Okay. Take time and effort to make comparison. Always ask for a quotation that is breakdown. A lot of contractor, they want it to be fast, or especially if we, as a owner, right, we always want it to rush. Hey, the quotation, give me tomorrow lah, or things like that, right? Always ask for a breakdown. Okay, for this particular kitchen, right, I need to do tile, how much? Okay, now this kitchen cabinet, how much? I need to hack off this wall, how much? They might tell you that, okay lah, I give you a lump sum, but the lump sum include of what? You also need to have the detail of the breakdown, no? Then always plan ahead. Don't last minute. Don't say, oh, a lot of workers, right, they will tell you, the tiles, I need it by two days later or 3 days later. The adhesive, I need it like tomorrow, not enough already. Then end of the day, you got no time to go and plan ahead of things. So this will eventually increase on the costing. So always plan ahead. Okay. Tips number 3, always hire pros to do the job, especially for interior designer. Interior designer, to you, you might think that, okay, 2,000, or sometimes you may gonna charge 4,000, 5,000, 8,000. You may think that it's very costly. But look at this way. They are not just here to help you beautify the whole thing, you know. They are here to help you to plan the space. Okay, example, your living hall may be small, no? Then they might say, okay, these are the area that you can actually expand by increasing the lighting, or some natural lightings and things like that. So they're actually helping you to plan the space to make it more comfortable. Although the space is small, they might make it like very useful for you. Okay, then don't fall into those kind of OPA contractors that, okay, I can help you to do all these things below market price. For example, you used to get contractors to do your car wash at 10,000. Suddenly someone come to you, okay lah, I offer my daily work at 6,000 or 5,000. You know that something is not right. So you can still use their service, but you check what kind of material that they use. Maybe they are like, especially tiles, because I'm in tiles industry lah, they might have buckling issues and things like that. They probably don't have the know-how of how to really go and get this thing done. So always hire the pros to do the job. If you want to look for the plumber, make sure that you get the professionals or something like that. Okay. The budget that I put up there, right, 2,000 to 8,000 is actually applied to 800 to 1K square feet lah. My office is about 1,500 square feet. My ID actually charged me this personal, a short sharing lah. He charged me about 4,000 money for the entire space planning and all. So he also throw me a service that he also help us to monitor some of the job, like all the sourcing, right? He's like my QC lah. I will just go and look for the products already. I will say, hey, Mr. So-and-so, is this material okay or not? If it's okay, is it okay to proceed? Whether the price is okay or not? Because he's in the industry, so he knows better than us. So do this. I think they are considered a consultant for us. Okay. And the last one, don't always fall into the so-called 80% discount. Know your facts. They might be telling you, oh, this discount only until, when up to 80%. But most of the time, right, you know that the 80% discount, right, is actually a markup. I wouldn't say that in a market there is no such thing, but you have to do a lot of homework lah. This is one of the things. Then especially now, a lot of people will tell you, oh, buy this voucher, buy this kitchen cabinet voucher, buy this, X amount of money, 250, you get like 500, 1,000, but there is a terms and condition applies. There might be, date that certain specify already, or some terms and condition you really need to know. So unless you really need that product, else don't spend on this kind of money. Most of the time, right, we actually do previously offer a lot of all these vouchers and all. We do really have a lot of customers that just paid, then didn't come and claim the vouchers one. So I think this is a kind of not so cost saving law. And always know your fact. Always when you procure something, allow enough time for your, the companies to do the fulfillment for you. If you don't allow enough time, right, they will probably charge you like additional few hundred ringgit for the transport only. So end of the day, this is some of the costing that you can actually save law. And don't rush into things. Okay, plan ahead. Let's say if you want to buy this X amount of, adhesive or whatever material, plan ahead so that you don't actually buy the expensive product because you are running out of time. You really need to get it done. Otherwise, contractor, you have to pay the daily rate and things like that. Don't get it pressure from all these people. Plan ahead. So this is the 4 tips that is from my personal experience. I think that is very basic information, but most of the time we will fail into this one. You want to save cost, pay for the pros. We think that we have done enough, preparation, but most of the time we will say, wow, this one, buy this pot, 80%, someone give me free gift. We will actually fall for all these kind of things. So always do a lot of fact finding, read reviews. Don't buy things that you don't need, then end of the day you regret. This is how the thing that I think that we can actually share to you guys. Okay.
Last one. So that is another 2 questions that someone's asking.
Sure.
So what?
I stopped sharing already.
Yeah. Please.
Okay.
Because I saw your message keep on popping up. Okay, one more. By the way, the HOMAs buy individual house. Yeah. Do HOMA buy the individual house for renovation title leftover?
Okay, I saw that. Sin, unfortunately, we do not because the leftover could be very, very small, like maybe 1-2 cartons. It's very hard for us to repurpose, but we are actually putting this initiative to donate to someone who need it as a repair. Okay. In the near future, we are setting up a community selling link where our end user can actually go in and do a trade themselves. Just like eBay lah, but this thing haven't really launched. We have heard so much about the end user also have this kind of thing, and especially this kind of thing is quite heavy, dirty, and most of the time is zoteng lah. So they wanted to get rid of it lah. So this is one of the thing lor. Otherwise, Sin, you can actually contact this Unearth. I'm not sure whether they will be taking all this material or not, but it's a good thing lah because they are focusing more on the end user side.
Cool. Last one. Current market, most raw material price, is it increasing? Reno cost also.
Raw material price definitely increased, especially steel price, cement price. It's very much demand and supply kind of thing. Especially now, with this MCO, a lot of factory closed now. I will foresee 2 weeks later, after the MCO lifted, right? There'll be a shortage of material and deliveries will be delayed. If you are looking into renovating your own house or whatever, right? Do plan at this stage. Don't wait until like after MCO already. I see first. Things will really go up. I also talk to a lot of our contractors friend. Don't sit down and do nothing. Just plan in advance so that when market open that time, you already everything planned in time already. So I think this is one of the things that you can start looking into it lah.
I see.
Okay. But most importantly, you can look into. I'm not sure if we are the only platform, but you probably, and I'm not sure where do you from, but do check out overstock item. Always ask, do you have like aging stock or not? All these kind of material, right? They are brand new, just that maybe it's not in trend, but interior design, right? You don't need to really like follow trend one. So long you like the particular design, right? You can find a lot of information from Pinterest and all. Even if you want, you can be your own so-called designer lah, to use all these kind of things. Just now I did share one of the profile, one of the house by my friend. He sort of like his own designer lah. So he did the entire house marble, but he go to this factory in don't know where, right? To ask the person, hey, you have this overstock item or not? And it's really very good. You get like discount like 50%, 60%. After all, this is to them is I don't use anymore or I cannot sell anymore. Cheap sell to you. But these items are really good item, So look for this kind of perks, I would say, to get the affordable renovation while don't compromise on quality.
Cool. Yeah, I totally agree with that. So we just give them. I see someone is typing, so we just answer no matter who just type the questions. So just for 1 or 2 questions, then we will close today's sections because Pennie, I think it's a lot of the meeting, a lot of people is like keeping asking her stuff already. So perhaps we answer 2 more questions. We answer 2 more questions, then we will end these sections.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, guys.
But always, you guys can just drop the request in our Facebook.
Yeah.
Or we do have always follow us closely lah, because we are trying to solve the industry problems. So feedbacks are really welcome, and if you have any suggestion, always just write to us, and our friendly Sarah HOMA will give you guys a service. If Sarah don't reply you probably message me. I'll go and scold the Sarah. Sarah, okay? Make sure you reply fast. I'm not sure Sarah.
Yeah, actually, we also have leave out a link on our Facebook also, so you can check on the link about the fee insurance if you're after this event. So and also don't forget to follow HOMA2u Facebook, and if you have any extra question, you just PM there. Then their friends will just call them.
Shirley, if you don't mind, right? Can you just go to HOMA2u Facebook Live and leave this particular message there, because at the end of the day I may not be able to copy this particular of your information.
Yeah.
So if you don't mind, just drop us a message in the Facebook Messenger, I will reply to you personally over there lah. Thanks, Shirley.
Okay, seems like everyone is quite happy today, and also just although we have a little bit of the technical issues, but really I would say today this is a great sections, and especially the tips that Pennie have shared to us, and also the freebie that we're giving out, free insurance, and also the 30 ringgit discount, everything. So
I want to have 1 minute airtime, can or not?
You can get 10 minutes. You can get 10 minutes.
Just 1 minute.
Take your time.
Because
Take your time, my friend.
a lot of people is a FMCO ma. Everyone's staying at home ma.
Yeah.
So we actually collaborate with Unique Fire. Correct. Unique Fire. We are actually giving out just to create an awareness, right, for all our users to win 50. We actually prepare 50 fire extinguisher. A lot of people house, they don't have all this. They got no knowledge about this at all. And then, right, most importantly, you have your husband, your wife, your son, your daughter, your mother-in-law all charging phone, because charging phone lah, charging iPad lah, and all this, right? So a lot of fire cases actually happens. Or you maybe become a celebrity chef or master chef that you like to cook everything, but you didn't check your stove and everything. So fire is actually happening. So based on the data that we receive, right, we actually talk to Unique Fire to get them to sponsor us 50 fire extinguisher. So don't forget that link. Y'all can just sign up. It's a totally free of charge. Just help us to do a little bit of marketing by helping us to share and link it to your friend and things like that.
Yeah.
Then whoever that get the most point, get it for free. We will send it to your house for free. No obligation one.
Share to your friends, WhatsApp group, landlord group. Yeah,
Whoever.
and then whatever that you can share, and then you will get the chances to win the fire extinguisher.
And
then
besides you get it, right, you actually do transpire the information over, right, of how these tools are very important, especially to those people staying at home. Work from home, you got like baby at home, you got like old folks at home. This is one of the very emergency thing that many people don't think of.
Don't have. Agree. Totally agree. I think I will go to sign up, but I'm not sure I'm entitled or not, because we are partners. We are doing this event. Then perhaps I'll buy one. I go to HOMA and check, is it got the cheaper discount or not? Later I go buy one. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Then, and really I very enjoyed this session, and hope you guys will get some takeaway on this. And thank you, Pennie, for willing to share us her tips, and also give us such a generous free fire extinguisher gift out, and also the 30 ringgit discount. Thank you so much, everyone, and hope you guys have a nice day, and really stay safe at home. See you soon.
I still see Jim typing. Should we let him finish first?
Yeah, I thought that normally people who typing during the ending they will say thank you only. Let me guess.
Oh, okay.
You see? I know already. I already know that people that will I'm already doing the ending closing, right? Those who still typing is only say thank you, Paul, thank you, Pennie, thank you, Paul.
You got this crystal ball, you know what is going to happen.
That is after you have 50 sections of the webinar, then you know what our audience knows. But thank you so much, right?
Thank you, Stephen, for having us. It's a great pleasure to have everyone today on Tuesday. Stay safe and stay home. Let's bend the curve together.
Yeah, it's a great section. Okay, thank you so much. Have a nice day. Take care.
Bye.